There is something deeply misunderstood about what truly draws a woman in. It isn't your looks. It isn't your money. It isn't how fast you reply. And it isn't how hard you try. Those things may catch attention for a moment, but they don't create gravity. They don't create respect. They don't create the kind of attraction that lingers when you're not in the room. What does, is something quieter. Something most men were never taught. Something that doesn't announce itself, doesn't beg, doesn't perform. It's boundaries. Not loud boundaries. Not aggressive ones. Not the kind rooted in fear or control. But calm, grounded, unmovable boundaries, the kind that come from self-respect. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." That is power without noise. That is strength without explanation. And here's the truth most men never hear. Boundaries don't push high-value women away. They pull them closer. Not because you're playing games. Not because you're acting distant. But because boundaries signal something rare, a man who knows who he is and is not afraid to lose what doesn't align with him. Today, we're going deeper into this. Not surface-level dating advice. Not tricks. Not manipulation. But 6 powerful boundaries that instantly attract high-value women, followed by 2 bonus boundaries that quietly separate unforgettable men from forgettable ones. These boundaries don't work through force. They work through presence. They don't demand respect. They create it. And the most powerful one comes last. Because that boundary doesn't just change how she sees you. It changes how you see yourself. This is Stoic quiet strength. Power in silence. Don't forget to subscribe. So stay with me. Slow down. And listen carefully. Because what you're about to hear isn't meant to hype you up. It's meant to ground you. Before we go any further, you need context. Most men approach attraction from a place of fear. Fear of being replaced. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being alone. And fear always leaks. It leaks into over-texting, over-explaining, over-giving, over-accommodating. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, stop performing for approval. High-value women don't respond to effort. They respond to energy. They feel when a man is centered in himself. They feel when he is acting from alignment instead of anxiety. That's why boundaries matter. They are not walls. They are filters. They don't keep the right woman out. They reveal her. And here's the promise I'm making to you today. If you truly understand these boundaries, not just intellectually, but emotionally, you will stop chasing attraction and start becoming it. You won't need to convince. You won't need to explain. You won't need to prove. Your presence will do the work. So let's begin. The first boundary is simple, but most men fail it. The unavailable advantage: your time is yours. Your time is not an offering. It is not a currency to buy attention. It is not something you surrender to be chosen. And yet, this is where men collapse first. They reply instantly. They cancel plans. They rearrange their entire lives to signal interest. And inside their mind, a quiet panic runs. If I don't show availability, she'll lose interest. If I don't respond fast, she'll think I don't care. If I don't show up every time, she'll move on. But what actually happens is the opposite. When you are always available, you communicate one thing, even if you never say it. I have nothing else going on. Scarcity creates value. It always has. When your life is full, not busy, but meaningful, your availability becomes intentional. You don't disappear. You don't ignore. You simply don't orbit. And that creates tension. Not anxiety, tension. That subtle uncertainty about where she fits into your world. That sense that your life already has direction. That you are inviting her in, not building your life around her. Seneca wrote, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." A man who gives his time to everything values nothing. When your time is yours, you don't chase connection. You allow it to meet you. And that quiet pull, that is attraction. Now ask yourself honestly. Have you ever been too available and watched interest fade? If that's you, stay with me. Because this next boundary changes everything. The no apology rule, say no without guilt. This boundary isn't about rejection. It's about self-trust. Most men don't struggle with saying no. They struggle with how they say it. They soften it. They over-explain it. They apologize for it. They turn a simple boundary into a negotiation. I'm sorry, I might not be able to. I feel bad, but maybe. I'll try to make it work. And what she feels in that moment isn't kindness. It's hesitation. High-value women are deeply attuned to emotional certainty. They can feel when a man doubts his own decisions. Compare that to a man who calmly says, "I won't be able to make it. Let's catch up later this week." No drama. No justification. No guilt. That communicates something powerful. I trust myself. Epictetus said, "If you seek truth, you will not seek victory by dishonorable means." Over-apologizing is a form of dishonesty. You're pretending your needs are less valid. A man who can say no without guilt isn't cold. He's clear. And clarity feels safe. Because when a man respects his own limits, a woman doesn't feel like she has to manage him. She relaxes. And relaxation creates attraction. Now let's go deeper to the next boundary. The respect reflex, call out subtle disrespect calmly. Most men think disrespect is obvious. Raised voices. Insults. Outbursts. But real disrespect is quiet. It's the eye roll. The dismissive joke. The sarcastic comment in front of others. And most men let it slide. They tell themselves, "She didn't mean it. It's not worth addressing. I don't want conflict." But here's the truth. Every time you ignore subtle disrespect, you train her nervous system to see you as flexible, not grounded. And attraction cannot survive that. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Respect yourself and others will respect you." Not demand. Not force. Respect. Calling out disrespect doesn't require anger. It requires presence. A simple, calm line. "I don't let people speak to me that way." No lecture. No emotional charge. That moment creates polarity. Because now she feels a man with a standard. A man who doesn't need approval to protect his frame. And something surprising happens. She doesn't pull away. She leans in. Because boundaries create safety. And safety allows femininity to soften. If you've ever walked away from an interaction feeling slightly off because you let something slide, you already understand this boundary. And we're just getting started. If this resonates so far, take a moment and subscribe to Stoic Quiet Strength. Power in silence. Because what we're building here isn't attraction, it's alignment. Stay with me. In the next part, we'll go into emotional tests, silent authority, and the boundary that separates men who react from men who lead. A woman will test your emotional center long before she trusts your emotional depth. That sentence alone explains why so many men lose attraction without ever understanding why. They think attraction is built through words, through reassurance, through explaining intentions. But attraction is tested through pressure. And this brings us to the next boundary. The calm test, lead instead of react. This is where most men fail quietly. A woman teases you. She challenges you. She makes a sharp comment or brings up something uncomfortable. Not to hurt you, but to feel you. To sense whether you are grounded or fragile. And what do most men do? They rush to defend themselves. They explain. They justify. They snap. Or they withdraw completely. All reactions. And reactions signal one thing. I am not centered in myself. Epictetus said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments about them." A man who is grounded does not rush to interpret. He pauses. He breathes. He chooses. He might smile. He might say something light. He might say nothing at all. Because he understands something most men don't. He is not on trial. When you stay calm in the face of pressure, something shifts inside her. Her nervous system relaxes. Her body softens. Her respect deepens. Because emotional leadership is not dominance. It is steadiness. A man who can stay centered when tested communicates, without words. I am safe to be with. I am solid. I am not shaken by intensity. And intensity is where attraction lives. Now let me tell you something quietly important. You do not pass her tests by trying to pass them. You pass them by being too grounded to notice them as tests at all. That is the calm test. And when you pass it, she stops testing. She starts trusting. Now we move into a boundary that amplifies this even further. The authority silence, don't explain, just decide. This boundary separates men who speak from men who lead. Most men over-explain because they want to be understood. But underneath that desire is fear. Fear of being misjudged. Fear of being disliked. Fear of being abandoned. So they talk. And talk. And talk. They justify simple decisions with paragraphs. They soften truth with emotional padding. But here's the truth. Every extra explanation weakens authority. Not because clarity is bad, but because confidence is efficient. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." A man who decides and stands still in his decision is not anxious about the outcome. Compare the energy. I can't make it tonight. Work has been stressful and I really need rest and I hope you understand and I'm sorry. Versus, I can't make it tonight. Let's catch up later this week. One is asking for permission. The other is owning reality. A man who doesn't over-explain signals certainty. And certainty is magnetic. Silence, when it comes from grounding, carries weight. You don't need to convince her. You don't need to be validated. Your decision is enough. And when your words come from certainty, you don't need many of them. Now we approach the boundary that changes the entire dynamic. The mission first code: she joins your journey, she doesn't become it. This is the boundary that separates attraction from obsession. Most men lose themselves when they meet a woman they desire. They shift priorities. They rearrange goals. They dilute purpose. And at first, it feels romantic. But very quickly, attraction dies. Because polarity requires direction. A woman does not want to be the destination. She wants to walk beside a man who already knows where he's going. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." A man with a mission moves forward whether she is there or not. Not because he doesn't care, but because his life has meaning beyond validation. When your purpose leads, everything else aligns. Your time becomes structured. Your boundaries become natural. Your presence becomes grounded. And something subtle but powerful happens. She feels invited into a life, not responsible for it. That's when attraction deepens. Because you become gravity. And she becomes the orbit. Now we move into territory most men misunderstand. The no-fixing rule: don't fix her emotions, just hold the space. This boundary reveals emotional maturity. When a woman is upset, most men panic internally. They want to solve. They want to remove discomfort. They want to restore calm. So they interrupt. They minimize. They advise. But what she feels is distance. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." A grounded man doesn't rush to change her emotional state. He stays present. He listens. He breathes. He allows. Because emotional strength is not about control. It's about capacity. When you can sit with emotion without fleeing or fixing, you become an anchor. And anchors create trust. Now the final bonus boundary, one that quietly intensifies attraction. The mystery principle: protect your full story. In a world of oversharing, mystery has become rare. Most men reveal everything too fast. Their trauma. Their fears. Their entire past. Not because it's authentic, but because they want to fast-track intimacy. But intimacy isn't rushed. It's earned. Seneca wrote, "He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good." A man who reveals slowly creates pull. He lets curiosity breathe. He allows space. He doesn't hide, he chooses timing. Mystery is not deception. It is restraint. And restraint is powerful. Now let all of this come together. Boundaries are not rules you enforce. They are standards you embody. Every boundary sends a message. I know who I am. I trust myself. I don't abandon my center. And here's what high-value women feel, even if they never say it out loud. If he respects himself this deeply, I rise around him. That is attraction rooted in alignment. Stay with me. And if this has already shifted something inside you, subscribe now to Stoic Quiet Strength. Power in silence. At this point, something should feel different. Not excited. Not hyped. But grounded. Because everything you've heard so far is not about changing how you act. It's about remembering who you are when you stop performing. Boundaries are not techniques. They are reflections. They reveal the relationship you have with yourself long before they shape the relationship you have with anyone else. Marcus Aurelius wrote, look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. That is where all of this begins. So let's bring everything together, calmly and clearly. The unavailable advantage, your time is yours. The no apology rule, say no without guilt. The respect reflex, call out subtle disrespect calmly. The calm test, lead instead of react. The authority silence, don't explain, just decide. The mission first code, she joins your journey, she doesn't become it. The no fixing rule, don't fix her emotions, just hold the space. The mystery principle, protect your full story. Notice the order. It moves from external behavior to emotional control to identity. And the most powerful boundary is not about her at all. It is about your mission. Because when a man lives in alignment with purpose, boundaries become effortless. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to posture. You don't need to dominate. Your life speaks. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself." Boundaries are not comfort. They are clarity. They will repel what is misaligned. And they will attract what belongs. This is where many men hesitate. They fear losing attention. They fear being misunderstood. They fear being alone. But the Stoics understood something timeless. Peace does not come from being chosen. It comes from choosing rightly. Epictetus said, "Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire." When you remove the need for validation, attraction becomes a byproduct, not a pursuit. Now let this land. You are not here to impress. You are here to embody. You are not here to chase. You are here to build. And the right woman will not require you to abandon yourself to keep her. She will recognize your boundaries as strength. And she will feel safer, softer, and more drawn, not because you tried, but because you stood still in who you are. This is the quiet power most men never learn. But now you have it. If this message resonated with you, if something shifted, don't let it pass without action. Subscribe to Stoic Quiet Strength. Power in Silence. This channel exists to sharpen your presence, ground your identity, and remind you that real strength does not shout. And before you go, reflect quietly. Which boundary challenged you the most? Which one are you ready to live, not just understand? Carry that with you today. And when you're ready to go deeper, take a look through the channel. Until then, remain grounded. Remain intentional. And remember, true power moves in silence.